Was he offside? Wasn't he offside? We don't know. Kia ora everyone, my name's Zach and I love rugby. Welcome back to Haka Time Rugby. It's time to review, to recap, to revise this Pool D match between Wales and Australia. Wales pick up the win, 29 points to 25 in what was a very, very good contest. At patches it looked like Wales were a World Cup winning team. Their defence was incredible. That first half where they were able to put pressure and points on the board was very, very telling. To the credit of Australia, they were able to come back in the second half, start to get the scoreboard ticking over, scoring points and scoring tries. And I thought the way that they came back into the game was a very, very good testament to their ability to keep applying themselves into their work. Now, there were some very controversial moments in this game. So we're going to start by talking about the Gareth Davies intercept. Now, was he offside or wasn't he offside? It's a close one. I'm just very, very surprised that they didn't take it to the TMO. Now, they had ample time allocated to the continual reviews of the Karevi ball carry. But it seems strange that they didn't apply it here. Now, for a player to be that far advanced and to be able to take an intercept that quickly, you really have to check the offside, the onside activity there. So that was surprising. My personal thoughts were he was offside, but it's one of those things, right? In the heat of the game, a player takes an opportunity, tries to score, move on. That's still not any reason that Australia should look at this as the reason that they lost this game. They had ample opportunities, and for Timur to miss the kick into touch when the game is on the line, critical possession for them in the last 5 minutes, I mean, that's unforgivable. So you can't look at this match and think the ref impacted the game and therefore Australia didn't win as a result of the ref. No, Australia had ample opportunities to come back and they weren't able to convert their opportunities. And you have to give credit to the Welsh defence at the end of the day. The Welsh defence was incredible. I thought Wales were really able to bring a game plan that disrupted the Australian attack. And they've proven something that I think is really, really critical for World Cup winning teams. And that is that they can win close games and they can win them ugly. I think that's hugely important going into the quarters and semi-finals. So where does that put us? I mean, in terms of the pool play and in terms of what the qualification for the quarterfinals, it looks like Wales will go ahead as the top qualifier and Australia will go through as the second qualifier. There are still some games to play. They still need to close out the other games in this pool, but if that occurs, it means most likely Wales will be playing either France or Argentina. At this stage it looks like France, and Australia will be playing England. So there'll be a couple of huge games. I won't get into my predictions for those games just yet, but that is the way that the quarterfinals is shaping up. I think there's two main concerns that I have for this Australian team though, as we look forward to those games. Now firstly, Bernard Foley had a terrible game. He looked off the pace. He just looked like he wasn't really up to this level of international rugby. And I was a big fan of the way he played in the 2015 World Cup final. He was incredible. 4 years later, he looks a shell of himself. I'm not sure if he's up to the standard, to be honest. And Timur looked very good. So what I'd like to see Australia do is stick with a combination. And now they're in the position that they really have to win all games. So I think going forward into the next couple of games, they really should bed down these combinations, stick with, I like Guinea and Timur as your starting option, and Nick White off the bench gives some real attacking flair there in the final 20 minutes, 30 minutes of the game. So they need to bed that down. The second thing that's quite concerning for this Australian team is really off the field. The attitude I see Michael Cheika holding around, in the press conferences and the way he carries himself is a really defeatist-looking attitude. I mean, his body language, his words, he comes across as sour grapes, and I think that's the last thing a team needs going into the quarterfinals. I mean, hopefully he can galvanise this Australian team, and they can go on to be competitive in the quarterfinals. But the way it's looking, they're just all over the place mentally, they're all over the place structurally, and they're all over the place from a selection perspective. I also didn't think the Hooper Pocock combination worked too well this time around, so maybe that's another one they might want to look at. For Wales, though, as I mentioned, I really think that this Welsh team is a very, very good team. I mean, Defence was incredible. I actually picked Australia to win this game. Wales proved me wrong, so well done to them. But they brought a level of defence I thought was incredible. And as we move forward now, I mean, France, Argentina, Wales would look good against those teams. And then on to the next semi-final. I mean, you wouldn't want to face this Welsh team given the defensive pressure they're able to put on. So let's see. Very, very good news for Wales. Can they win a World Cup? Let's see. For Australia, they've got a bit of work to do on and off the field, I think, if they really want to be competitive. So those are my thoughts. Thought I'd just give the summary of the game very quickly after watching it. Hope you're enjoying the World Cup. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Dun, 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 dun.